Just wanted to keep everyone updated on what is happening on the other side of the planet. Earlier today, there was an earthquake, and this part of the world is known for having them. There was a tsunami warning issued, and then retracted, and then more earthquakes hit. And the most recent one that started out at 7.4 with the first one, the most recent one that just hit was 8.0. That's getting up into the super dangerous area. A place, I'll be very honest with you, I'm not completely familiar with. The Kermadec Islands, looks like northeast of New Zealand, is where these all hit. And they have now issued tsunami watch for Hawaii and Samoa. So, kind of a big deal, something to keep an eye on. Now, very strangely, I know some of you watch later at night, usually 9 p.m., 10 p.m. I'm on Twitch, and we play different versions of Assassin's Creed, but it's a great place to sit and talk also in the background about what's going on in the world and life. And another YouTuber was there last night, Jennifer LaFontaine, Jennifer Veterans for Truth, and somehow the conversation turned to dreams. And I think we began talking about third eye type of things and being in touch. And she related a story about a dream that she had been having over and over again about being in Hawaii when a tsunami hit. This was just last night. And you can actually go to my Twitch channel. It's the same name, Florida Maki. And you can watch the recording from last night. It was kind of later on in the recording. But now here we are the very next day. And it looks like Hawaii might be getting hit with a tsunami. Just very, very strange. So, basic details. American Samoa has been placed under a tsunami warning and Hawaii on a tsunami watch after an 8 magnitude earthquake was registered in the Kermadec Islands north of New Zealand. This is Oahu Emergency Management. Threat still being evaluated. Like I said, there was an initial earthquake, and then there was a warning for a tsunami in New Zealand, and then they retracted it, I believe, and then more earthquakes hit, if I'm understanding what's happened here. And here's the report of this. 3 powerful earthquakes hit off coast of New Zealand, updated today at 15:31 hours Eastern time, and it is now 15:46 hours. So this is the most up-to-date information that we have on this. Several powerful earthquakes hit near the coast of New Zealand Thursday night and Friday morning, prompting tsunami warnings for New Zealand and tsunami watches for Hawaii. Most powerful was an 8.0, 600 miles northwest of New Zealand. I heard one guy even say it was the strongest earthquake that he'd ever felt in Auckland. And they've had big ones down there. There was the big Christchurch earthquake some years ago. Following the third quake, New Zealand's National Emergency Management Agency tweeted people near coast from the Bay of Islands to Whangarei, from Matata to Tolaga Bay and Great Barrier Islands must move immediately to nearest high ground out of all tsunami evacuation zones or as far inland as possible. Hawaii was under a watch. Quote, based on all available data, a tsunami may have been generated by this earthquake that could be destructive on coastal areas even far from the epicenter. Now, any tsunami that would likely hit Hawaii would probably make its way to the west coast of North America as well. Just spitballing there. I'm not a geologist, I'm not an earthquake expert, but it would seem like that as those waves propagate, that they could move beyond just the island chain of Hawaii. You might have issues on the western coast of South America as well. So, this actually took a lot of scientists by surprise. This image is from that article where they talked about how it was kind of baffling. These hit in an area they weren't watching, the power of them. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Sorry for the camera adjustment noise. It wasn't something I was planning on doing this afternoon. So anyway, I just wanted to keep everyone apprised of what was happening over on the other side of the planet. Usually these big quakes like this come in swarms, meaning that one will hit and then another will hit, and then other areas, the shifting of the plates, it causes others. So ring of fire kind of stuff. Probably need to keep our eyes open on this. I'm not tracking the comments at the moment. If you give me 1 second, I might be able to bring that up to catch up with everyone. When I was doing the lives, when the governor was speaking, it was pretty easy just to let him speak, and then I could just watch the comments. So give me 1 second here and see if I can bring this up. Anyway, let me catch up on the comments here real quick. Someone mentioned about a massive solar storm. Okay, Fangaray, pardon me on that. Chicago, Mount Hood. Just going back. Glad to see everyone here from all over the place. Canada. Rhode Island. Looks like we got everybody in. All right. So this is the deal. I had planned on doing a video talking about some things that were going on in Antarctica. There have been some discoveries down there that they have quote unquote said should not be there. They were attempting to drill for sediments, and they found something that was a little surprising. Not, of course, a spaceship, of course, but that was for another video for another time. But this is from New Scientist. And I just want to quote this so that you know that I'm not overstating the case. Let me see if I can max this out. Life found beneath Antarctic ice sheet shouldn't be there. 15 February 2021. The inadvertent discovery of sea life on a boulder beneath an Antarctic ice shelf challenges our understanding of how organisms can live in environments far from sunlight, according to a team of biologists. They were drilling through a 900-meter thick ice shelf and dropping a camera down. Now, how they do this is pretty incredible. They have to boil tons, hundreds of tons of water, and then pump it down into the hole and keep it boiling. And the problem with finding one life form is, what is that life form eating, and how is that life form, what it's eating, meaning surviving so far from the sun? This is the crux of everything I've talked about with Antarctica. And this is an article from quite a while back. Sorry about the screen there. But this guy, 8 April 2015, makes an incredible statement talking about the same thing. And I want to get down to where he says this. When they were doing this back in 2013, Ross Powell of Northern Illinois University says they have evidence the fish that they're finding underneath these thick ice sheets are stressed and struggling to survive, probably because they are starved of nutrients. They may have fled from an even worse environment or could be early pioneers of a new subglacial world. They found pollen dating back 34 million years ago, allegedly, at a time when Antarctica was a collection of lush forested islands separated by salty fjords. Now, if this is the case, that we have a continent larger than Europe that they're still finding life on underneath the ice sheet, what does that say for the rest of the continent? Part of me wonders if these earthquakes are going to shift different things and cause things to heat up and cool down in a way they hadn't predicted, because they're coming out with articles every day, literally every day, talking about this. And they may find things they can't understand, find things that fill in the gaps, things that are going to challenge our knowledge and our understanding of our planet. Because these quakes are baffling. to the seismologists, the ones that are happening now in New Zealand. Totally baffling. Just out of nowhere. Kermadec Islands, located in the South Pacific, approximately 500 miles northeast of New Zealand, have been shaken by a series of tremors on Friday morning, local time ranging from 5 to 8. I'm not even going to try this name, also known as Rangitanwa. The islands belong to New Zealand and are 1,200 miles southwest of Samoa and over 3,700 miles from Hawaii. This is, of course, another article, the earlier one, the 7.3. The U.S. Geological Survey says the quake's epicenter was at the depth of 10 kilometers, which is pretty shallow, at coordinates 29.729 south by 177.262 west. Once again, that's 29.729 south, 177.262 west. The 8.1, okay, that's been upgraded now. 8.1 quake happened almost 2 hours after the 7.7 quake. But that one was 55 kilometers, still fairly shallow. And of course, shallow quakes are more dangerous. So, pray for those on that side of the world and for those in Hawaii. Because those are big quakes, and who knows what's coming. Who knows what else is coming. So anyway, once again, there are other resources here on YouTube. Dutchents, I hope I'm saying that right. Everybody says I say it wrong. DUTCHSINSE, I believe, is the channel on YouTube. Earthquake expert on all things earthquakes. I can report what the news is saying. He can speak at length about this kind of stuff. That's his wheelhouse. So I will defer to him on this. But a great source. Used some of his information when we were talking about the laser issues. He had found some strange flashes over the southern United States. We correlated them to military bases. And we provided a lot more evidence to show that these were more than likely laser tests. I had another person show me an image from one of the fences at one of these military bases that literally says, "Stay back, we're using these kind of lasers." So I wish there was more information I could give you on this, but like I said, the information I'm going on right now is only 15 minutes old, and this is USA Today. If there is something else that comes up, I will definitely keep you guys apprised and in the loop. But as of right now, this is all the information I have. A 5.0, a 7.3, and an 8.1 tsunami warnings issued for Samoa, tsunami watch issued for Hawaii. So that's where we're at. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on it. God bless everyone. Pray for those in harm's way. And we will see you soon next time, and maybe we'll elaborate more and expound more on the issues with Antarctica. So anyway, there is a world apparently outside of COVID. So anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time.